Twitch chat, Wardog, message over. Welcome guys to episode 4 of the Unleashed podcast. I think at this point it's been through a name every episode, but I'm probably going to keep it as the Unleashed podcast. Episode 4, we're going to sum up August. Garuzi, welcome to the stream. Buddy Imatech, welcome to the stream. Roger, welcome to the stream as well. How are we all doing, guys? How has your Saturday gone? It's very odd for me to be streaming on a Saturday. I don't often ask people how their Saturdays are going. Roughly good. Good stuff. That is indeed good stuff. I think I want to do that. Switch the music over and try and keep it quiet just so there's a little bit of something in the background. Roughly good. How's everybody else doing? Garuzi, how are you doing? How's Yanida doing? How's Roger? Roger and Sarah, thank you very much for the hosts as well. Twitch did not tell me that. I've just seen that on my OBS feed, so I appreciate the hosts there, guys. Apologies for not picking up on those straight away. Been really tired this week. This week, work is kicking my ass. Stick with it, man. When's your next time off, or are you off this weekend? Gotta stick with it. Today only? Oh, fucking hell. Why would you choose to spend that time here, Roger? Find something fun to do, sir. Zach P9096, Zach, welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing? And Nath is in the stream as well. Nath, how you doing? Why am I still on the starting screen? I'm an idiot. That's why. I'm going to switch over to the podcast screen. You did say you would be here, Nate. Thank you very much for appearing, man. I appreciate it. I know how busy you've been. Can't. Ohio is shut down. I see. Pretty good multitasking and dispatching. Is SRP running up and running already? Excuse me, guys. I'm going to cough at some point. I feel like there's something in the back of my throat, like, just tickling at me. It's annoying. 6 LEO and 10 civs at this time of night? Jesus. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, Nate, that makes sense, man. You know, like I said, it's very odd for me to be streaming on a Saturday. Saturday's usually my day for just kind of doing whatevs. But I gotta get this stream done, because this is, you know, podcast is the last Sunday of the month, which is tomorrow, and I'm probably not going to be free, so had to do it at some point. Wanted to get it done before the month ended, and technically not at the start of September. Whilst I'm on the subject, since we've technically started at this point, I do want to say that the screen is in no particular order. It's just names as I could fit them on the screen. And it does not include gifted subscribers. It does include the people who have gifted subs, but not the people who are on subscriptions that were gifted to them. It also doesn't include anyone who's raided or any new followers, even though all of those people are just as amazing and just as helpful to the channel, but I wouldn't have room for all of those names. The screen is spiking your OCD. Unfortunately, Nath, it's going to stay there for a long ass time. I know, right? Because the writing gets smaller. Is that why? Honestly, it's because the first time I built the damn thing, I was like, there ain't that many people. Like, I can fit them on one screen. And then I got down, like, they were all the same size. And then I got down to the bottom and I was like, shit, I need more room. So I had to make the bottom 2 lines. If you look up on my YouTube or even on Twitch, last month's one Like, at least on this one, there's like five lines that are like smaller than the 5, 6 above. On last month's stream, it was just like the bottom 2 or 3 lines that were like really small, because I was, well, not really small, but smaller than the rest. Chris, welcome to the stream as well, buddy. How are you doing? How's your Saturday going? SRP starting early is a good thing. It is a good thing. SRP's gone from strength to strength in the last month. I'm going to get onto that at some point, so I don't want to go off on a tangent now, because I have got an agenda, because I'm all grown up and shit. So I broke down what I want to say. It is all over the place, Nathan. At some point, you know, I'm going to try and get something a little neater and a little better. But for the time being, I only did it for the first time last month, and it's something that I want to keep doing. To recognize, you know, the people that are having, I mean, for lack of a better term, have invested money in the channel, which is what everybody on that list has done in some way or another, whether it was bits or gifted subs or their own subscriptions, you know, like those people have all put money into the channel. So I want to find some way of showing some recognition of that, and I'm not particularly tech savvy, so right now a list with font sizes all over the place is the best I can manage, but at some point it will hopefully improve. But yeah, again, it's not in any particular order. If you're looking at it and thinking, you know, I've been subscribed to this prick for like 17 months and I'm at the bottom of the list, what the fuck? Which actually, the last name on the list is Son, who is one of my founders. He's literally got a founder badge. But Sergeant Civilis, as you can see, is the last name on the list. It's just because that was where it fit. Some of the names are ridiculously long, and if there's like too many ridiculously long names on a line, the line doesn't fit. So I had to move the smaller names around a bit. Love the music choice, Nath. I don't know if I'm going to one day get in trouble for this. I use the Dynasty Warriors soundtrack. I don't know if you know that's what it is, or whether you just like the music. But it's a track from, yeah, you loved it, yeah, okay, cool. So Nath, just before I proper crack on with the podcast then, because I know that you've played a little bit of Furious Wild with Total War, have you noticed yet that certain factions' flags have changed, and that also includes the colour, which also includes the colour of the troops? So I don't know if you've noticed yet. Yeah, you have. Yeah, Cao Cao is now blue. Like, I'm so fucking hyped that Cao Cao is blue. I haven't looked at Liu Bei, but his flag's definitely changed. His flag seems to be more white with a green secondary colour now, so I don't know what his troops look like. I hope they have changed colour, because I never liked that they looked yellow. Like, his primary colour was yellow and his troops were therefore yellow. I never liked that. So I don't know what they look like, but I'm hoping they're a different colour. Joe, welcome to the stream as well. How you doing, man? It needed it. It did. And I'm very glad to see it as well. It's really cool. Where am I at? So, yeah, we'll just, you know what? We'll just hang out and kick it for 10 minutes or so. Really like 3K, but right now it's so busy for me. I don't know when I can continue my Furious Wild campaign. Yeah, man, exactly. Again, I don't want to get too much into what I'm doing with 3K because it's on the agenda. So I'll get to it at some point. But yeah, it's a busy time, like we were saying the other day, Nathan. You know, like fucking seems like everything got released at the same time, or at least within a week. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm not even into exactly. I'm not even into too many of the things that you listed off the other day when you were like, I'm doing this and that, and I've got this and that comes out tomorrow, and then I've got this and that. I'm like, fuck, I'm not even into that much stuff. For me, it's like Furious Wild and Crusader Kings 3 was enough. Your before release of Furious Wilds, does that include Gate Pass battles? Do you mean, does my early access include Gate Pass battles, Imatech? Is that the question? Sorry, I'm an idiot. Not much to do as a Fish and Wildlife Officer, Joe? That's probably true. In the sense, Imatech, that early access includes everything. Basically, you know, it's all in there. There's still bugs and stuff and patches. I think there's already been 2 for the early access folks. But yeah, no, I can show Gate Pass battles, absolutely. I've already done one. The pictures that I showed on the Discord the other day were from literally the Battle of Hulao Gate. Well, my Battle of Hulao Gate, because I had Cao Cao's armies attack it, because I wanted to see Cao Cao's troops in battle with their new colour. CK3, Wasteland 3, Furious Wild, Iron Harvest within 5 days. Yeah, Wasteland 3 is not kind of my game, based on what it looks like. Matt, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? How's your Saturday going? Iron Harvest. Nath, Iron Harvest is the World War One, like, steampunky, not Crusader Kings, Company of Heroes thing, right? Hulao Gate, I think, is probably going to be on the historical battle map. It probably will. Yeah, I'm not in a rush for IH. Fair. Laxi, welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. How's your Saturday going? Pretty good, waiting on some new PC parts to get here. Well, hopefully they happen, or they ship quickly for you, Matt. Sunday, of course, it's Sunday for you, absolutely. How was your Saturday then, Laxi? It's lacking from what you've played, but I'm not one to critique a game I've not played fully, so therefore we'll get to it. Yeah, I mean, you know, for me, Crusader... I keep wanting to say Crusader Kings because it starts with a fucking C. And that's the only thing that I can think about, apparently. Love me, say that you love me. Welcome to the stream, Cam. My favourite was Company of Heroes 1. Company of Heroes 2 was good, but I always felt like it felt slightly different to 1 and not in a good way. I always felt that it felt worse. And Iron Harvest, you know, as much as I like the concept and it seems cool, I'm not particularly excited for that. COH1 was B. Sarah, welcome to the stream. Next time you have this, I shall be Star Fox again. You're changing again? Got home about 1 hour ago from an 8-hour shift, turned into a 12-hour, then a 14-hour. Fuck, Laxi, that sucks, dude. I mean... Get yourself some rest, man, if you need to. Don't hang around and listen to me talk shit. I really dislike people who critique games that they've only seen a tiny bit of the game. Yeah, exactly. You've got to play it to be able to critique it. Hey, boo! Cam, did I miss a cooking with Cam earlier? Yes, because I miss it, but I had to wait 2 months to change it back. That's fair. I changed your name this time. Which, by the way, it's fucking hard. Like, changing all the names on the list and shit. I had to go through a whole rigmarole for that shit. Which I'm not going to get too much into. Ah, man! I'm pissed. I think I was eating my Chinese at the time, Cameron. Or I may have been watching a movie with my housemates, so yeah, I didn't realise there was one going on. I'm pissed I missed cooking with Cam, I was not home. Yeah, Roger, me too, man. Ryan's here as well, ladies and Germans. Welcome, Ryan. How's your Saturday going, man? There will be another one tonight for beef stew for dinner. Like, in how many hours, Cam? Because I can't be fucked with working out time zones and shit right now. I feel like it's going to be too late for me. Whee! Germans, where? Quick, before the Germans get here. I won't cause any more trouble after that. You're not causing trouble, don't worry about it. Where are the Germans? Like 4-ish your time, which is... like... Wait, 4-ish the time or 4-ish hours? I'm confused. I'll show Hans what, tally-ho! I do love a good German accent. 4-ish hours. I'll try and be there, Cam. I don't know. I might have actually gone to bed or be on the way to bed by then. But we'll see. I've been going to bed pretty early the last few days. Anyway, should we get the fuck on with this, Tom? Because you're sitting here chatting shit, and so far you've actually achieved nothing. As per fucking usual. British officers do not duck. Alrighty. Let's crack on with this. I am going to do Ask Me Anything at the end, so when we get to the end of the agenda, we can just start talking shit again. But I do want to get through the agenda. I'm about to go swim, so I'll catch you later. No worries, Cam. Have a good swim. Lucia, welcome to the stream. Aw, Laxay. I'm assuming you mean me because I'm a narcissist, but if you mean somebody else, fuck you and fuck them too. British officers have big tashes, so are instantly superior to any other officer. Yes, and also bulletproof. Right, let's let's talk about August. What a shit show August has been, guys. I mean, it's been another rough month for me mentally, and it has actually been the least successful month for the channel since March. So since March, where the crazy people that were around, many of them still are, but you know, there's people come and go. The crazy people that were around in March that like slammed down that ridiculous amount of money in 1 month. Since that month, this has been the worst month for the channel. However, and that is because, you know, it's been a bad month for me. I'm not really sure why. Cameron has, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, Cameron has something called seasonal disaffective disorder or something like that, and he's once suggested that maybe I do, and I don't know if I do, but it would make a lot of sense. I don't enjoy summer anyway, so it could possibly be something like that. The more chevrons you earn, the bigger the tash gets. Yeah, but in March you didn't sell merch. Sads. We'll get to that, it's on the agenda. But I do just want to apologise sincerely for the fact that it has been another bad month in terms of me streaming, in terms of me being reliable, in terms of the channel being even fucking on, let alone entertaining. That's like 3 on the bounce now, and you know, I'm getting sick of me being a fucking dick about stuff, so I can imagine that everybody else is. So I do just want to apologise sincerely for it being a poor month. Obviously, I've been struggling mentally, and I'm not 100% sure why. But I do feel that in the last sort of week or so, in the run-up to prepping for this podcast, or whatever you want to call it, and, you know, getting back into streaming earlier this week, seasonal affective disorder, thank you, Lucia. Like, in the run-up to prepping for this, I kind of realised, like, I've made the channel a more negative place. Or at least I feel like I've made the channel a more negative place, and the community a more negative place, and the Discord a more negative place, because I'm constantly talking about, oh, it's so difficult. And it's like, I'm not trying to undermine my own mental health struggles, because it is incredibly important if you do have mental health issues, or if you're just in a bad place mentally, that you discuss it and that you take personal time and you seek support. And you know, I'm doing all of that, like, that's, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be the dialogue that's going on every single day from me. It's, you know, everything's shit, or it's just another shit day, I'm cancelling the stream. Like, I need to get away from that. Lisa, welcome to the stream. So, but the thing is, what I'm getting at, what I'm driving at, is that if I absolutely have to, I will cancel a stream, right? Because at the end of the day, if I wouldn't expect anything else from any other streamer, even, you know, the ones that I watch, you know, if they're having a bad day or even a bad week and they have to say, listen, I'm going to have to take some me time, I'm really sorry, then that's got to happen. So if it needs to happen, it's going to happen. However, what I'm kind of driving at is, I've been doing very little about getting myself out of that position, because again, I'm not 100% sure where it comes from, but I know that there are certain things that were compounding it, and I wasn't really addressing those things. I was just kind of rolling with it and being like, I'm sure I'll feel better next week or tomorrow or whatever. And really, you know, I've got to take action, right? So that's kind of what September is going to be about for me and for the channel. Personally, I'd rather hear and see what you're going for and offer what scraps of support I can to think you're struggling in silence. No, yeah, I know, but I'm not going to struggle in silence. I'm not saying I'm never going to mention, you know, that I'm finding things difficult again. What I'm saying is, I feel like I've reached a place, personally, like, internally, when I analyse the way that I've been behaving the last, probably month, 2 months, 2.5 months. It has been difficult, and I have been struggling. And there's nothing wrong with me saying I'm struggling. But, at the same time, it's like, what am I doing about it? And I feel like recently the answer is fuck all, just sitting in it. And it's like, that is kind of not helping. So September is some, you know, I really want to make a go of September. I'm really excited for some of the stuff that's coming in September, some of the stuff that's coming in the next few fucking days. I'm really fucking excited on a personal level for it, but I'm also excited to share it with you guys. Laxi, Nate, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate all of you guys. Like, the community has been such a support for, what would it be now, like 5 months, 6 months? I don't know where you draw the line, but like this year could have been like an awful year for me, and I'm talking like destitute, breadline awful shit, because this isn't on the agenda, but fuck it, I'm gonna go over it again. We've been over this before. I have a medical issue, which means I can't really work whilst this corona thing is happening. I am on self-isolated lockdown. I barely leave the house. I'm starting to our house is bubbled with my best mate's house, so like I'm starting to go around to his and sit in his garden and chat with him a bit, you know, socially distanced and everything like that. But I don't do it often. But the key thing is financially, and I've already said this to my mom and dad, because they keep saying, because they're really supportive, but I don't know if they fully understand it all. They keep going like, are you still making money off of your games? And it's like, yeah, I'm still making money, but like I keep trying to assure them that like I think this could, well, I know it could be, because I know there's people that do it, but for me personally, I think this could be a valid career, because if I didn't have, and this is true, this is fact, right? I've worked this out. If I didn't have you guys, the community, supporting me and, you know, subscribing and giving bits and all of the just general wonderful support that you've given, even the people that haven't necessarily contributed monetarily, if you're in the chat and you're watching or you're hanging out in the streams, you're helping too, because you're growing the channel and bringing more and more people in, right? But if I didn't have that, I'd have run out of money like 2 months ago. Like, out of money. Done. Not for my rent, because we've been over this before, but my rent comes out of my nest egg. So I would still be able to pay for rent. But what I wouldn't be able to pay for, unless I extended how much money I take out of my nest egg monthly, which would then shorten the amount of time I can take money out of it, would be food. Like, literally, you guys put food on my table, and I say that hesitantly because I don't eat off a table. I eat in my room on my desk, but you know, the figurative table. You guys have put food on my table for 5 months. This month will be the only month where I haven't actually hit the grocery goal, which again, my goals are on my Discord, !Discord, if you want an invite, and you haven't already got one. Feel free to pop the command, but my goals are in there, in the, I believe they're called it's called Twitch goals, the channel. I added another goal, because last month we finished on $555, and I realised those of you who watch me on SRP or who are part of SRP will know my number is 565, so I threw in an extra goal in case anybody's not noticed, because my goals are $100 for payout, $240 for groceries. Then it jumps up to like $760 to be able to pay a month of rent, and then $1,000 a month would be paying for my food and my rent put together. But I realised that jumping from 240 to 760 is a big jump, and there's not really a middle milestone. But when I finished on $555 last month, I was like, damn, 10 more and it would have been my number. That's pretty funny. So I added that in as like a halfway novelty target as well. This will be the first month since March that I haven't reached the $240, the second goal, but that's fine. I really don't expect that I should have, and also I did get a small inheritance this month, which means I don't super like need that money this month. But it kind of highlighted to me, you know, like I've been studying my own analytics and checking things out over the last week, and it's like there was 9 days where I stopped streaming, like 9 days between streams this month. That's the first time I've done that since March. It's the first time that I've gone 9 days between streams, and I was like, that makes a shitload of sense. Like that this has been like this has been the worst month since March, because I've failed to do streaming. I failed to stream for 9 days, and that's like not 9 days total, that's 9 days in one go. There's other days as well that I didn't stream, and it's like really not that surprised. But it's, you know, like, Matt, how many, what the fuck? Matt, thank you so much, man. I don't know what the fuck. What is wrong with Twitch? Fuck you, Twitch. It's not telling me anything. Thanks for helping, Twitch. I appreciate it. Matt, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Anyway, I've kind of gone off on a track here. The point is, I've realised that everything comes down to me as a person and the mentality and the attitude that I've been displaying in the last, certainly this month, but I think I was displaying it, you know, in June and July as well. So September's going to be different. Basically, I've decided, Ryan, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Matt, welcome back to the Wolfpack, brother. Ryan, could you pop him a Discord Wolfpack tag as well, if he doesn't still have one from the last time? Thank you very much. But anyway, yeah, I've decided that I basically need to focus on doing things that I enjoy, which, to a degree, some of the stuff that's been on the schedule is stuff that I didn't necessarily enjoy at the time. They all ended up on the schedule originally because I enjoyed them, but it's easy. You can get burned out on games, right? We all get burned out on games, and I'm sure you guys get burned out on watching certain games. But there were games where I'm like, I don't really want to play this game, but it's the one that I'm scheduled to play today, so I need to play it. And it didn't help when I was already in a bad place mentally, that I'm thinking, I don't even want to play this fucking game. So, what I've decided to do, and I'm giving you guys a heads up, that's why I think it's important that I do these podcasts, so that you guys are in the loop about what I'm doing with the channel, so you don't get caught by surprise. I am going to essentially move things on and off the schedule as and when I need to, based on whether I'm enjoying playing them, because I feel like if I'm not enjoying playing the game, you guys aren't going to enjoy watching it, even if I do stream it. And also, it makes it way too easy for me to not stream at all. Like, I cancelled most of the streams I cancelled because I felt kinda bad, but also mostly because I didn't want to stream what was supposed to be being streamed that day. There were some days where it wouldn't have mattered what it was, and I was just like, no, fuck it, but that wasn't all of them. So, September is going to be a month of shifting schedule. The first bit of news is Monday afternoon's Motorsport Manager will remain cancelled for the foreseeable future. I know that I literally tried to stream one episode of it. We had Twitch technical issues that stopped the episode from happening, but I also realized, you know, like, it meant that my sleep schedule was like totally fucked. And the thing that's really been putting me back on track in the last sort of 9 days or so is that my sleep pattern, my sleep schedule has stabilized. I've got alarms. The interesting thing is I've set my alarms to basically say I go to bed at 6 and I get up at 2 in the afternoon. The stupid thing is, because I wasn't doing nighttime streams and I was feeling tired, I was going to bed at 5, 4, 3, 2, whatever. Didn't quite go as early as 1, but like I was going to bed between 2 and 6. And I was getting up between like 9 and midday, which is before my alarms go off. But I've just ended up in like such a better place where it's like I'm actually getting everything done in the morning. I feel like I've got plenty of time in the day. So the Monday afternoon slot wasn't feasible. So it's gonna remain cancelled. I would like to still play Motorsport Manager at some point, but I don't know where I'm gonna fit it. So we'll just have to try and see where we can get to. Why is Twitch not telling me about bits? Fuck you, Twitch. Cameron, thank you so much for the 500 bits. Apologies, I have to count them manually because Twitch isn't helping. Cameron, thank you so much for 500 bitties, man. And Matt, thank you again for the 40 as well. I really appreciate that, guys. I don't know why Twitch isn't helping me here, but I honestly do appreciate that. It means the world to me, and everybody's support is super. Yeah, exactly, Nate. Everybody's support is super important to me, and like, I honestly do, and I'm not, because I'm trying not to be negative. That's the whole point of what I'm saying. But I really do feel like I've let you guys down this month. I feel like I let you guys down last month. I feel like I let you guys down in June. But the thing is, it's progressively worse, because in June it was like, well, June was a shit month, and then in July it was like, well, I promised that July is going to be different, and it really wasn't that different. And then I was like, okay, July was shit, but August's going to be different, and August was worse. It's like, maybe different should have been better, but, you know, like, the fact that you guys are still here is honestly, I don't know why some of you are still here, to be perfectly honest, with the performance that I've put on recently, but I do really appreciate it. So, Motorsport Manager will come back at some point, but for the foreseeable future, there will be no Monday afternoon 3 PM slot. All times are BST, convert them yourselves, I'm not a fucking clock. Marble Mondays in the evening, 9 PM on a Monday. I'm having shitloads of fun with it. I really enjoy doing marbles. It's a mad stream, it's a shorter stream, and it does knacker my voice out, but it is a lot of fun. I am going to up the number of races to 12 instead of 10 in the Grand Prix, like the one series that we do on the night. But I'm having a lot of fun with that, so that's not going anywhere. If you do want to come to that, you know, it's marbles. You don't have to know what's going on. You just have to turn up, press play, and stick a marble in the race. It's really fun. Nate, that's the kind of shit that goes on. Like me and, you know, certain people in the chat as well say all kinds of stuff like that on this channel. There's practically no filter because we can't afford them. So, Wednesday evening slot. This is a pretty key slot for the channel because it's been, for God only knows how long, it's been 3 Kingdoms as slot on the channel, right? Now, to a degree that's changing, to a degree it isn't. I do intend for it to remain as 3 Kingdoms as slot, and I do intend for 3 Kingdoms to remain as an important part of the channel because I love the period, I love Total War, and I honestly fucking really enjoyed the sponsor and officer streams and telling a story with you guys. But for the next few weeks, I don't know exactly when, I'm not sticking an arbitrary date on it, but for the next few weeks I'm gonna clear 3 Skimdoms. Get a fucking grip, dickhead, what are you doing? I'm going to clear Three Kingdoms off the schedule for the next couple of weeks. For a couple of reasons. Well, for one reason, primarily. We've finished our Dongzhuo Dongli campaign, right? It's done. It's finished. When Furious Wild comes out for everybody else, which I believe happens on the 4th, the latest patch, old saves are going to be incompatible. We already know that. We went through it. We've ended the Dongli Dongzhuo campaign. But Crusader Kings 3 releases on Tuesday. I don't think I've been as hyped for a game since Three Kingdoms itself came out as I am for Crusader Kings 3. I am so fucking excited to be playing that game, and I'm going to be playing it a shitload off stream anyway, but because I want to take a break from 3K and the slot's free, for a few weeks I'm going to put, I'm going to play Crusader Kings 3 on stream on Wednesdays. There may possibly be a bonus stream on Tuesday evening at 9 o'clock, which is, again, like today, not a day that I usually stream, but it's launch day for CK3. So I might stream 3K... fucking Jesus. I might stream CK3. There's a lot of S's and Th's and E's in here. On Tuesday, since it's launch day, and I'm going to be playing the game anyway. So if anybody's thinking, I don't know if I want to buy this, it's just launched, but I'm going to be playing it, you can come and have a look. Eventually, Wednesday will be... eventually, Wednesday will go back to Three Kingdoms as day. It's not going to be a permanent change with CK3. There's a couple of reasons that I want to do this, right? I wanted to do an early look at Furious Wild. But I also don't really like doing that because it's essentially a couple of streams looking at a leader that we're not going to play again for a while, and you've got all the early patches and all of that bollock. The other reason is I would just like to take a quick brief break from Three Kingdoms so that I can be excited about it when we come back to it. So I think when Three Kingdoms does return, the hype for Furious Wild coming out will have passed because it comes out on Thursday, and I'm going to take a couple of weeks off Three Kingdoms, which means it'll have been out like 2 or 3 weeks by the time we come back to it. There's not really any point in doing a first look at Furious Wild because everybody's fucking seen it by then. So we'll probably just crack straight on with our Kong Rong campaign, which is the next campaign that was voted for, and we'll be starting that up with the Furious Wild patch. But again, I want to take a break from Three Kingdoms so that when we come back to Kong Rong, it's exciting and fresh and I actually want to do it. Because it was getting to the point where I wasn't fully enjoying it. And I think, again, for the benefit of the channel and the benefit of you guys, I shouldn't be playing something that I'm not having fun with. So Three Kingdoms is getting put, not in a box and not getting put away, but it's getting put on a shelf for a little bit. Laxi! Thank you so much for the 1,000 bitties, man. I was trying to find that, then I saw it on my phone, and then I looked on OBS, and it's like, why is it gone? Thank you so much, Laxi, I really appreciate that, man. 1,000 bitties. Dude, that's a lot of bitties. You crazy, crazy man. All hail the John clan. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Sarah, welcome to the stream as well. I've just seen that you snuck in. Who else is in? Did anyone else sneak in? Because I'm kind of reading off the agenda, which means I'm not fully looking at chat. I appreciate it, Lexi. Thank you so much, man. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, Ryan. Exactly. So that's the plan with Three Kingdoms, is a little bit of an absence, just so we actually get super hyped for playing it again. The Thursday evening slot, Battle Brothers Blazing Deserts DLC, that will be remaining in that slot for a little while. I'm having a lot of fun with Battle Brothers. We've done 2 days of the Blazing Deserts DLC start. At some point I also want to try and finish up the Cult of Cheese campaign that we did, or at least, you know, lose the Cult of Cheese campaign, because that's pretty much how I play Battle Brothers, right? It's just a prolonged exercise in failure. But we'll probably go back to the old one at some point as well. But I'm still enjoying Battle Brothers, so that's going to stay on Thursdays. There will be a new Friday evening slot opening up, not this Friday coming, but there will be a new Friday evening slot, which is going to be War Thunder Roleplays with the Randolphski, which I'm pretty sure everybody here knows who Kyle is, but if you don't, you should check out his channel. It's the Randolphski with an I at the end. And it's basically just going to be me and him and maybe a couple of other people doing War Thunder air realistic battles. I believe we're going to be doing the Royal Air Force only. And essentially just going to be flying around going, "Oh, tally ho chap, there's one on your tail, I'll get him off." Well, not get him off, because that would be something else. But, you know, that's essentially what we're going to do. Because it's Kyle's idea, he's really hyped for it. And I'm like, yeah, why the fuck not? Let's do it. That sounds fun. Asher, welcome to the stream. Cal, welcome to the stream. There's a list for everything, and everything on its list. How can we fuck up his achievements if we can't raid him? We'll just have to skip fucking his achievements up for the War Thunder stuff, Ryan. Been here since the start, Asher. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. I did wonder why it jumped up to like 7 viewers when there was only Imatech talking, so I figured there was a couple of lurkers. The best kind of War Thunder, let's say. So yeah, new Friday evening slot. Won't be this Friday because I know that Kyle is away doing some stuff. But possibly the Friday after that, and we'll see how long it goes for. Sunday evening slot will be continuing with Ultimate General Civil War, continuing our Union campaign. I am really enjoying that as well. Again, note, not this weekend, because tomorrow I have commitments, so I can't stream tomorrow evening. Or at least, I'm telling you now that I'm not going to stream tomorrow evening, whether I get home in time or not. But normally, Sunday evening slots, yes, will be happening. The nighttime slot, right? The 3 AM BST slot, which for most of you, especially in America, is probably more your nighttime, but you guys know how it is. Again, not a fucking clock, convert it yourself. But the nighttime slot, crucially, Crusader Kings 3 is going to replace SRP on all of those slots for the time being. Firstly, I'm moving the slot as well to be an hour earlier, so it'll now be 2 AM BST instead of 3. That's mostly just because I seem to be struggling to stay up till 3 o'clock. I struggle to stay awake that long, but even if I am awake, I'm really not motivated to stream at that time anymore. Just because of the way things are, because of the way I am, you know, because of my sleep pattern, I just don't want to stream at 3 in the morning. So I'm moving it to 2, first of all. I do want to stress that, guess I need to get flying with the RAF so I could possibly join in at some point. Absolutely, man. I'm going to leave final decision on who gets to fly with us with Kyle, because it was his idea. But, yeah. I mean, people can fly with me anyway, off of stream and stuff. I do want to stress that SRP has not been a major contributor to any of my issues this month. When I say major contributor, I literally mean like it's barely been a contribution, right, to me, my mental state. It's actually improved drastically as a community over the last month. And I do want to give it its props. I don't want anyone to think that I'm shit-talking it. I don't want anyone to blame SRP for me being in a bad mental place, because that's not what's happening. I just no longer feel a drive to get on server, and rather than trying to force myself, I'm going to focus on something I want to do to keep the stream running and keep things positive. So it's literally just become a point where it's just burnout. It's just regular burnout. The same as you feel with any other game, where it's like, you know, I've just played too much of it at the minute. I need to take a break. I need to have that absence so that I can come back to it and want to do it. So, for the foreseeable, which might only be a couple of weeks, but for the foreseeable, Crusader Kings 3 is going to replace SRP. in the nighttime slot as well as the Wednesday evening slot. I do want to stress as well about Crusader Kings 3. It's not going to be what I usually do, right? Like, the evening streams are usually very sponsor related, very like community driven, everybody getting involved kind of things. It's going to be too hard to do that on Crusader Kings 3. I basically want to do Crusader Kings 3 as more like, because I always play it, I role play it anyway, right? That's how I play Crusader Kings 2. And that's why I'm super excited for Crusader Kings 3, because it looks like it's even more role-playing. But basically what I want to do with it is I'm just going to play CK3, I'm going to role-play CK3, and you guys can, you know, make suggestions, or, you know, we can try and come up with names, or we can discuss whether we think, is that what this character would want to do, or whatever. Like, I'm still going to keep you guys involved, we're still going to chat, and we're still going to hang out, but it's not going to be a case of, you know, because it's not doable, name this character and sponsor them and tell me everything they're going to do, because you only get to play one character at a time, and that's going to be my character, because that's how it works. But I do want to share it with you guys, to the point where my intention is to have a separate save for playing on Twitch and a separate save for me playing offline, so that you guys, if you want to hang around every time I do a CK3 stream and you're there from beginning to end, you won't miss anything. You'll never turn up to a CK3 stream and go, wait, when the fuck did you inherit that kingdom? Like, oh, I did it offline. I'm not going to do that. Everything we do on CK3 will be on a Twitch stream save, and then I'll be doing an offline save as well. I mean, we could do some World of Warships. That's doable. I'll probably be one of the nighttime slots. But yeah, so CK3 going to be replacing SRP for a while in the nighttime slot. I do also want to say that Community Game Night is the first Monday of every month. For September, that is going to be the 7th of September, because the 1st is Tuesday, so it's not actually 2 days' time, it's 9 days from now. So it's going to be the 7th of September at 9 PM BST. I'm aiming for it to be PlanetSide 2 again. We had a lot of fun last month with Ryan, Imatech, and Dauntless. It would be really nice if we could get a few more people in. The game is free to play and it's on Steam, so if you do want to come by, get the game. You don't have to pay for anything. We definitely play on an EU server, and I'm pretty sure that we play on EU Miller. So if you wanted to set your character up beforehand, we play on EU Miller. Don't pick the other one, because then you won't be able to find us, and you'll have to make a new character on a different server. So yes, will probably be PlanetSide 2. It will be 9 PM BST on the 7th of September. I hope to see some of you there. Also, just in case there's anybody who isn't, I'm trying to grow my Twitter and get more active posting there. First of all, it's kind of more helpful for, as much as this is probably a long shot away, like when you push for Twitch partner, they check out your Twitter, sorry, and they check how many followers you've got and all of this, that, and the other. And I'm just in general just trying to grow the community in different ways. So if you don't already follow me on Twitch and you'd like to, it's at Unleashed Wardog. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter if you want. Can't believe it's nearly September. It basically is September, Asher. It's September in like 3 days. And I wish it was fucking September now so I could play Crusader Kings. It's because it's got a 3 in it, right? Crusader Kings 3 and then 3 Kingdoms. It's like confusing the shit out of me. So yeah, if you want to follow my Twitter, please do, at Unleashed Wardog on Twitter. I've also opened a merch store this month. You can check it out using !merch if you want. There's actually some really cool stuff on there using the channel logo. It was really easy to throw together, to the point where by the time I figured out what I was doing, I'd already fucking created a whole range, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just launch this then. I've had a couple of people order things already, which is really nice. We're waiting on them getting their deliveries, and then I'm hoping that they will take me some pictures. and we'll probably do a merch pictures channel in the Discord if folks think that that would be a good thing to do or a cool thing to do. I'd love to see you guys wearing or using the merch. And if you get any merch or you get any problems with it, please do let me know, and we'll try and work things out. Crusader Kings 3 Kingdoms. Yeah, exactly. There you go, Imatech. You can learn a lot from a person by singing Wake Me Up at them and seeing how they finish it. Yeah, I mean, I think my initial, well, it depends on how you sing it. Because if you sing it in a certain tone, they're going to finish it with that song. No, we're not doing that. So yeah, exclamation mark merch if you want to check out the merch store on Teespring. We're almost at the end of the podcast. Why has the music stopped? What's happening? Video paused. Continue watching? Yes. You fucker. I'm in charge here. Before you go was my initial thought, Ryan, to be honest. So, yes, the last thing that I want to do before we get to thank yous and then ask me anythings. At the end of the last podcast, right, I did some statistics stuff. I kind of mixed the statistics in with the thank yous. But it was really interesting to me to see the statistics, and I don't know if you guys would find it interesting or not, but I'm going to share them anyway because fuck you, it's on the agenda. So, gifted subs. This month, 19 out of my 61 subscribers are gifted subscribers. Not in the sense that they're, really talented, in the sense that somebody else paid for their subscription. That's 31% of my subscriber base is people on gifted subscriptions, which is down by 45% from last month. That's not down from 45%, that's down by 45%. Last month, 76% of my subscribers were gifted subscribers. Now, last month, there was a lot more subscribers. I think we had like a total of 150 something, and now we've got 61 this month. Again, completely understand why there's been a drop in subscribers. But I just felt that it was interesting that last month 76% of the subscribers were gifted subscribers, and this month there's only 31% of them. Bits made up 11%. That was before you guys started throwing them around like snowballs, at least. Bits made up 11% of this month's earnings, which is down from 23% last month. So it was almost a quarter of the money that I got paid out last month was bits. This month, prior to this stream at least, it was 11%. Recurring subscribers, the foundation of the channel, and never has that been more true than this month, right? 61% of my month's earnings this month come from recurring subscribers' subscriptions or from Twitch Prime subs. So that just really highlights that you guys who renew your subscriptions, you guys who carry them forward, you are the backbone of the channel. And the backbone of any channel that you do that at, but I'm specifically talking about the backbone of this channel. Last month, lots of gift subs put my sub count through the roof, right? Like it was, I think it was 150 plus, like it was 150 something, I think. But only 24% of subscribers last month were recurring subscriptions or Prime subscriptions. This month, 61% are recurring subscribers and Prime subs. And that's not because recurring subscribers and Prime subs have gone up all that much. I'm pretty sure that they haven't. It's because gift subs have come down so much because there have been so fewer gift subs this month. So I know that some people are probably like, statistics, math, percentages, fuck you, what is this? Essentially, to put it in layman's terms, 61% from 24% last month, without the number actually going up, essentially just indicates how important you guys who do renew your subscriptions are. Without you guys resubscribing, there's a massive shift in the amount of money that I get from Twitch, to the point where without that 61% of people resubscribing, fuck knows if there'd even be any money in the kettle this month today. Essentially that means without the Wolfpack I can't keep doing this. Well, I can, but not only that, but without the Wolfpack I can't keep putting food on my desk. On the table, you know what I'm saying. There was a night where 2 people were yeeting gift subs around like mad. There was. There's been a couple of those, to be honest. In the last 6 months, there's been a few nights where people started yeeting gift subs around. And it is a massive, massive help. But this month above all months, despite the fact that the overall takeaway has been significantly less, what it has left me with is an understanding and a bigger appreciation for the fact that those of you who do renew your subscriptions, like, it is indescribably important. Like, for a channel that, like an actual growing channel, and for a community kind of, I don't want to tie the success of the stream to the money that the stream makes, right? Like, I'm not trying to do that. But at the same time, without you guys, there would be practically nothing this month. And I would be back to, as much as I am, because I'm not a full-time streamer, I don't make enough money to be a full-time streamer. But in the last 6 months, I've kind of, not deluded myself, but, you know, behaved as if this is potentially my job, right? Like, we're not there yet, but it potentially is. Without you guys, without those recurring subscriptions, this month, I'd be back to being a hobby streamer. Like, I stream because I want to. Which, I stream because I want to anyway, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other reason for me to stream. But because of the Wolfpack, there is still something there. And not even just in a monetary way, but the fact that you guys turn up every stream, even though half the time it's just me talking shit, and the other half the time I'm cancelling the damn thing, and you guys still rock up and hang out. It's like, what the fuck? What is happening? Son! Your fucking name is the bottom right. Thank you for the 18 months, Son. That's 2 Twitch babies, man. And Imatech coming in with the 6 months as well. Half a year, Imatech. Thank you so much. Why are you at the bottom? Well, Son, if you'd have arrived in time for the beginning of the stream, you'd have heard me explain that their names are in no particular order. They're not in any order. It was just a question of who fits where. And because your name's short and most of them aren't, what is fucking Automod getting involved? I haven't even read that. Asher, Automod just went, whatever Asher's saying, you need to check it out. And I'm like, no, I don't. Accept. I don't even know what it says. There's no particular order, me smack bam in the middle. That's a particular order. Clawson, welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing? Imatech, thank you so much for half a year, man. Fancy new badge. Yes, indeed. You are now up to your double silver chevrons. Check you out. And Son, 18 fucking months, dude. 18 months. Since day one, Son. Thank you so much, man. Like, you... I'm saying this with a pinch of salt. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty fucking sure, Son, that you are... Like, you've been there since day one and you haven't skipped a fucking month, as far as I can tell. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. And if I was gonna put the list in any kind of order, you and Ryan would be battling it out at the top, with you calling him a fuckwit. But I'm not putting it in any particular order, because that's a slippery slope. I've been on a kick of really positive and motivational thinking, and you can bet your thick ass, once my knee is healed and my job secured, I'll be supporting you even more than I currently do. Asher, thank you so much, man. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to support me, right? Like, because supporting me is this, right? Like being in the stream, being engaged in the conversation, coming by and, you know, facilitating me talking shite about Three Kingdoms or Crusader Kings, or, you know, sitting on the side of a highway on SRP doing absolutely fucking nothing, pretending I'm running radar, and then you guys rock up and still have fun. That's supporting me just as much as anything else is. So I don't want anybody to feel obligated that they have to do anything else. Any money that comes my way, whether it's from bits or subscriptions or the merch store or the donation link or even the Patreon that I set up fucking ages ago, like any of that, if anything comes my way, I'm so appreciative of it, and I really do mean that. But I also just fucking love having you guys around. Like, it's so this is gonna sound really, really corny. It's so cool just being able to play games and be like, guys, look, this was so cool, like this thing just happened, and you guys being like, oh my god, that's so cool. It's like, why is this a thing? Like, you know what I mean? It's really difficult to do that in any other kind of way. Like, I couldn't go and knock on my housemate's bedroom door and be like, do you want to sit on my bed and watch me play a game? Like, it just sounds fucking weird. But you guys sit and watch me play a game, and that's supporting me just as much as anything else. I was reading it and about to approve it. Fuck my mod duties then. I mean, you know, it's different on this stream, Ryan, because I'm literally staring at OBS. On any other stream I wouldn't. I'd have to alt-tab to come to OBS to do it. Can't complain about your slot, Clausen. You are indeed smack bang in the middle, Clausen. But again, no particular order. Some of the names on that list got moved like 3 or 4 times this morning because I was like, for fuck's sake, they don't fit on that line either. Fuck, they don't fit on that line either. This guy has a purple hat, 25 viewers. Oh my god, purple hat! Exactly, Ryan. I don't... It's a strange phenomenon. Phenomenon. Don't know why I wanted to do that. Mostly because I'm unhinged. You are on the list this time. And yes, I didn't already say this. Pick a sentence, dickhead. I haven't already said this, but the list is anyone who in the last month, i.e. August, and possibly the last couple of days of July, anyone who in the last month has contributed in any kind of monetary way to the channel, whether it be gifting subs, giving bits, resubbing their own subscription, or anything like that. If you're not on the list, and you should be, let me know, and I'll apologise. But if you're not on the list, and you think like, I'm always in the stream, what the fuck? It's not like, it's just because I couldn't possibly put every single follower or viewer on the list. So it has to be the people who in the last 30 days have contributed monetarily. It's the shortest list I can do. I'm getting big word vomit, Laxi. Now I don't need to watch the ads. If you're not on the list, you're a freeloaded twat. Potentially, but that's okay if you are. As long as you're here for having a good time, I'm down for that. Why is Pyrox on twice? Probably because he was on last month and I couldn't see him, so I thought he wasn't, so I put him on again. I can see one of them, he's at the top, on line 1. Where else is he? Oh, he is, yeah. He's on the middle line. Okay, well, Pyrox is on there twice. Well done, Pyrox. He wins. There you go. Bonus, Laxay. You discovered Pyrox, the secret one. So yeah, man, like, I just genuinely want to thank everybody. First of all, thank you so much to the Wolfpack, my subscribers. Whether you're in it because of a gifted sub, or you're using your Prime sub every month, or even just used it this month, or you're a recurring subscriber, thank you guys so fucking much. You guys are the nucleus of this community. Like, there is stuff going on around you, and that stuff is important, but you guys are the nucleus. You're the brain, you're the center, you are the soul. Thank you so much. for everything that you do and your continued support. Thank you so much to anybody who gave bits this month, especially those of you who came in and sprinkled them around today. I'm pretty sure you've probably doubled the amount of bits, because there haven't been a lot this month. So you've probably doubled the amount that there were. Thank you guys so much. 18 months nets you a fucking corner. There you go. Anybody who's given gifted subs as well. I know this month I said, statistically speaking, you know, gifted subs have only made up 31% of the gifted subs, but last month is a great example of a month where gifted subs are a crazy contribution. You know, 76% of the subscribers that I had last month were gifted subs. So anyone who gives any gifted subs, you're contributing towards a crazy month like last month. Or even if it's a quiet month like this one, it's still important. I have 19 more subscribers this month than I would do if nobody had given gifted subs. So thank you so much if you've given any gifted subs. Anybody who's donated directly to the PayPal, which I think one person has this month, maybe two. Thank you so much. The donation link is in, you know, !donate. Thank you if you've given it through there as well. Thank you so much. Anyone who's bought merch, because we released merch this month. I think that's, I can't, having merch is a really odd but very cool thing for me. Like, when you guys previously were saying, like, oh yeah, do merch, I'd buy that, put that on a t-shirt. It's like, yeah, I mean, maybe, but that feels like it's, you know, that's big ball shit, right? That's big bollocks stuff, having merch. Like, you have to be somebody to have merch. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I think I am somebody. It's mostly because it was actually really easy to put together, and before I knew what I was doing, I had it, which is kind of how I ended up streaming to begin with. But the fact that people have bought some as well is like, wow, holy shit, people are actually going to have my logo on a fucking mug or on their face mask or whatever, which is really cool. So thank you to anybody who has bought merch. I believe at this point it's 2 people that have bought some. Thank you guys so much. Ryan, you know that you're one of them. Anybody who has come along with a raid or brought a raid, thank you so much. I always try and spread the love at the end of my streams if I've got anybody still left in the chat, because I think it is crucial and important, and you know, channels get probably the biggest spurts of growth from raids. So I really do appreciate anybody who's come along to any raids or who's brought any raids to the channel. Thank you so much. Any new followers this month, which there's definitely been new followers, but I think I've also lost followers in about equal measure, because we're still at 533 followers. But I know I've had new ones this month, so thank you to those people who've joined the Doghouse. I really appreciate your support. I hope to see you again soon on another stream. Anyone who chats, thank you so much. You keep the streams alive and prevent me from just talking to myself, which I would probably do even if you weren't there. But at least you validate me and make me not look insane. Anyone who watches but doesn't necessarily speak, thank you so much as well. Just having people engaging with the content that I'm making is a massive deal. Like, I don't necessarily understand why people watch what I'm doing, but I really do appreciate those of you who do. And as well, thank you to the lurkers who maybe aren't even watching and they've got stuff to do, but they figured, you know what, I'm gonna give Tom a lurk whilst I'm doing stuff. I appreciate you too. Somebody recently told me that lurking is not quite measured the same by Twitch anymore. Like, I think what they were basically saying is lurking isn't a thing now. I think it was Renee. I need to ask her. But whether it is or it isn't a thing, the thought is more important to me, that you might have stuff to do, but you think, you know what, I'm going to make sure that Tom's got an extra lurk, even if Twitch isn't necessarily registering it anymore. So thank you as well to those of you who choose to give your PC's time, even if not your own, towards the channel. I really do appreciate all of you who've stuck with me through the latter half of the summer, not just this month, like June, July, August. It's been a shitty 3 months for me mentally, and it's been a shitty 3 months for the channel because of that. and I really do appreciate those of you who are still around, and just offering support in so many ways. Like, I want this to be my job, and I want to entertain you guys. I need to be better at it, and I need to improve at it. But the fact that you guys have stuck through the last 3 months, those of you who have, it's mind blowing. Like, I don't often struggle for words, even if I sometimes struggle to actually say the fucking things. But I can't describe how the loyalty that some of you have shown resonates with me. It really does resonate on a level where I don't really understand it. I'm still kind of just sitting here going, well, I mean, are they? But like, you are, like, you've stuck with it, even though I've been a total fucking clusterfuck. Like, the last 3 months have been a minefield for this stream and this channel, and it would have been so much easier for most of you to go, I'm going somewhere where the streamer actually fucking streams when they say they're gonna, and there isn't a fucking to-do every week. Like, you could have done that, but you haven't, and that honestly does mean the world to me that you haven't. So thank you to those of you who have stuck with me through the last 3 months. I hope that everyone is staying as happy and healthy as they can be. I know that it's difficult, and we're all struggling with that. But you know, I hope that everybody is being as happy and healthy as they can be. And if you're not, feel free to reach out to the doghouse to get support. You know, like, I mean, I fucking do it all the time, and I don't want to feel like I'm the only one who can. If you need it, reach out, because I love you guys, man. Every single one of you, whether you're in the wolf pack, in the doghouse, whether you're not in any. Even if you're not a follower and you're just watching the stream right now, and you might not have even said anything, and you're just thinking, why is everybody listening to this dickhead? I guess I'm listening as well, and I don't understand. But why are they? Thank you to you as well. I love you too. Right. Nath is still here and still listening. Thank you very much, Nath. Except most of us are just chatting shit. Yeah. But that's kind of the point, isn't it? Talk shit and play video games. Or watch video games in some cases. So that's my agenda for the August episode 4 Unleashed podcast. I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit, and we'll do an Ask Me Anything. So if you guys have got questions, then feel free to ask questions. Or if you just wanna, you know, chill and we'll just talk some shit, we can do that as well. Nate, thank you so much, man. It's like, I've had a couple of people come by the stream, Nath, like other streamers, or members of like Creative Assembly and stuff, where I've been like, oh my god, I can't believe this person's in my stream. I haven't quite had the same reaction with you, because you told me you were going to come, so I wasn't like, oh my god, Nate's in my stream. But seeing your name in my stream, it literally is like seeing those people, like people who are actually competent and good at this, and like, and I know you're gonna be modest about this, or humble about this. Like, to me, it's the same as having a big time like, you are a big time streamer, but you know what I'm saying, like, you're gonna say there's plenty of people bigger than me, but to me it's like having a big time streamer in my stream for the fucking Unleashed podcast, which is just me talking absolute crap for an hour. War dog on speech. There you go. Most people frown upon the chat being downright hostile to the mods. I mean, if it was somebody who was, you know, for me personally, I don't mind, right? Because I give Ryan shit, and Ryan gives me shit. And I know you and Ryan know each other, and you give me shit, and I give you shit, and you give Ryan shit, and Ryan gives you shit. So, like, I don't mind that happening. The only thing, he does deserve it. The only thing that I don't want to see is, A, somebody who's not part of that circle coming in from the outside and just being like, yeah, Cluffix, you absolute wank stain. And it's like, excuse me, we get to call him a wank stain, not you. You don't know who he is. So you shut the fuck up and get back in the corner with Son's name. But the other thing that I don't want to happen, which I think me and the mods and the regulars need to be careful about, is I don't want an environment that is so hostile or so fake hostile in the chat that somebody new comes in and goes, fuck me, they're all horrible people in here, I don't want to stay here. Right? Like, it has to be well balanced. Oh, Nath. This one. Is this a bit of Wuzang Plains? Or Wuzhang Plains now? Like, I used to call it Wuzang because I couldn't read Pinyin, but don't need any reactions. No. I do have something good here, Nath. I don't know where it came from or why it's here, but I know that I've got it. I'm going to hold it hostage for as long as possible. If it's not careful, I'm going to chain it to the fucking wall. What am I on about? Ryan does give everyone shit. That's always been the way that Ryan is. Like, he gives people shit and they give him shit. To the point where I'm pretty sure he survives off of it. Yeah, Nath. The thing with the DW music is, Nath, I've... fucking touch wood. I've never been copyright struck for it. I've never had it muted. And it is game music. Now, I've previously said if you played game music, over the top of stuff, surely you wouldn't get copyright struck. And people are like, no, you would because, you know... But it's like, well, what if you're playing that game? Right? Like, what if you're playing the game that the music is on, and you get copyright struck? It's like, I was playing your fucking game, you idiots. So it's like, I'm sure if they wanted to, studios could do it. But I don't think most game companies do pursue copyright strikes on their music, because especially not on Twitch, because it would involve them determining whether the person is playing their game or not. And that's a lot of effort, right? So I'm pretty sure that DW music is good to roll. And I love it. Like, I've always loved DW music, so I frequently use it at the start of my streams, and for stuff like the podcast I use it in the background just because, like, if I just if I mute the music and then keep talking, it's like any time there's dead air it's silent. Like, that's really weird. So I want the music there. Josh, thank you so much for the 6 months, man. You and Imatech are at half a year. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Thank you so much, Josh. 6 fucking months in the Wolfpack, man. I really appreciate that, bud. Thank you so much. Yeah, Lacey. I think Ryan would be shitting bricks if he ever came here and everyone was being overly nice with him. Yeah, it would definitely be suspicious to him. Fucking phone is gonna be the death of me. There you go. Nath, welcome to the doghouse as well. Well, not the doghouse is if you're a follower, right? But welcome to the encampment, because I see you've joined the Discord. Matt, were you not already in the Discord? Am I just crazy? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's a link, so join my Discord, maybe. Yeah, apparently not. Well, welcome to the Discord as well, Matt, if you're still here. About to go play some Grounded and recreate the Honey I Shrunk the Kids. Ah, nice, Josh. Have fun with that, man. I've been looking at that game, like, I kind of want to get it, but I'm going to wait, because with CK3 coming out on Tuesday, like, I feel like I'm going to be busy enough as it is, and Furious Wild coming out on Thursday. But at some point I'm going to have to get that game, because like that movie when I was a kid, I was like, yep. Like it resonated with me that he had like a pet ant. I love ants. Couldn't find it. It's got a camouflage net on it. We hide it. Because, you know, everything's about war here. Even the Discord. It's wearing a ghillie suit. It's nice to have you in the Discord, Ning. It's pretty cool, man. I think, like, of all of the... And I don't want anybody who's in SRP to take this the wrong way, because there are people who are in SRP that stream that are in my Discord. But of all the non-SRP streamers that I know, you are only the second one to be in my Discord, I think, because Kyle's in there, but nobody else is. Feel like absolute shite today physically, have all this motivation in my head, but my body is like, nah bitch, you better be nauseous, have a headache and sneeze all over the place. I mean, sometimes your body's like that, you know, your body can be a bit of a dick. And that's okay, like, you can take a day and recover from the physical. It's good that you've got all the motivation though, Asha, like, I've, like, been on such a fucking journey with motivation the last month, where it's like, just having it feels so good. Oh, you'll find plenty of opportunity to make shitty jokes in my Discord. My Discord is a shitty joke. Hey! Oh man. Guys, I'm so fucking hyped for CK3. I wanna do CK3 now. I'm curious to see whether or not people enjoy me streaming CK3 or not. Because I don't think I've streamed CK2 before. And I play, and those of you who watch me regularly will know, like, I play games in a completely ass-backwards way, where I'm just like, I'm telling stories, and everyone's like, it's a fucking game, play the game. No, story. So I don't know if it's going to be entertaining watching me play Crusader Kings 3, because there are long periods in CK2 where I don't do anything, because I'm like, my character is content. They are happy with their life. Why would they do anything to change it? I'm hyped for these Doritos. I mean, fucking fair. Last night I literally sat and just chatted about all this motivational stuff while driving in circles. That's good though. The other day somebody came into my stream and went, "Are you Jordan Peterson?" And I was like, "No." And I'm not really sure how you got there, buddy, but thank you. Or try aga do do do, push pineapple, shake the tree. Aga do do do, push pineapple, grind coffee. You know, for the longest time as a kid, I had no idea that that bit of, like, that end of that bit was grind coffee. I just said rankle fee, because that was what I could fucking hear. To the left, to the right, jump up and down and to the knees. Come and dance every night with a hula melody. I mean, rankle fee was a word, or possibly two words, when I was a kid. Because it was in the Agadoo song. I mean, Laxi, my logic was Agadoo's not a fucking word either. So if they're gonna make Agadoo up, they're gonna make up rankle fee, right? The logic of a 10-year-old. Everything's a word if you say it enough. That's true. That is true. The It's like the song "It's Too Late to Apologize." I always heard it's too late. It's too late to call the guys. It's too late. Now all I could think of is Peter Kay's misheard lyrics. I know, I always get to that as well, Ryan. I always get to that as well. I always thought that poor bloody woman was asking me for bird seed. It's mercy. Made up words like kofefe. There you go, Cal. Except Ranklefee was made up by a 10-year-old who misheard some Agadoo lyrics. Kofefe was made up by the most powerful person on the planet. Wasn't it stapled the vicar? Not castrated the vicar, you sick fuck. Jesus. Just wanna staple the vicar. I'm giving love in a femidom. Oh dear. Let's move away from that subject. Species! Welcome to Le Strem, Species. How you doing, Spicy? How is the Spicy? Isn't the vicar already castrated? No, that's a eunuch. Seriously thought you just screamed species. Yes, I did. Species. No, he's not a fucking monk. Even a monk's not castrated. A eunuch is castrated. And I just realised that there's definitely a joke in there with castrated and the word orchestrated. I just can't be bothered to put it together. So there you go. And there's an IKEA joke about castration for you. Assemble your own. Flat pack jokes. Off you go. Vicars are castrated because Space Marine chaplains. Ever vigilant, brother. IKEA Unleashed. IKEA's always been fucking unleashed. Let's be honest. Any place where you can walk in and the fucking arrows guide you into a cupboard is definitely not on a leash. I don't know what the fuck you all are talking about and I'm a bit concerned. You must know what IKEA is. How do you not know what IKEA is? Fuck them Swedish embassies. There you go. The Embassy of Sweden. The big blue building with the yellow writing and the arrows on the floor that guide you into a maze of hell that you can never escape without buying fucking furniture. They have IKEAs in the States, right? Like, that's not a thing that Americans don't have. There's IKEAs in the States. I know what IKEA is, but I've never been there. Don't go, Asher. One does not simply walk into IKEA. Actually, that's not true. One does simply walk into IKEA. What one does not do is simply walk the fuck back out. No, Lucia, we're not going to be talking about bombing anyone. Things you would hear on Songs of Praise. It appears we have a streaker. No one of the altar boys have escaped from the Vespers. For fuck's sake, Frankie Boyle. They insist they're in the shop, but they have never actually been seen or found in the shop. There you go. Spicy IKEA is something else. Actually, to be fair, I can imagine IKEA in the States not quite having the same magical power, because the problem with IKEA is it's got arrows on the floor that say you need to walk this direction. And I can firmly believe that Americans would go, fuck you, I'll walk whichever fucking way I want, freedom bitch, and then they just go the other way. The problem with British people, and by extension Europeans, is they see the arrow on the floor and go, oh, damn, I must go this way. It's not a true IKEA experience if you don't get home and discover you're missing one crucial part of the thing you're trying to assemble. That's true. I'm about to renovate my room with a loft bed and my desk under it, with the other side being a chill area with a couch and a TV and all the consoles I have. That sounds like some fucking home improvement stuff there, Asher. One doesn't simply walk into IKEA without ordering and eating the Swedish meatballs. I've never had Swedish meatballs at IKEA. I don't think it's so much damn, I guess I must go this way as, oh, thank God, something's telling me where to go. That's probably true. We're British, we know at the end of those arrows is a Q, and thus we are instinctively compelled to follow them. Yeah, it's the same concept as, you know, the tape. What would you call it? You know what I mean, the thing with the fucking little poles and the extendo leads that they connect together. You usually get them when you go to the airport, when you get back for passport control, and it's like, go left, go right, go left, go right, go left, go right, go left, go right, go left, go right. It's like, I can see the fucking guy, why can't I just walk over there? Go left, go right, go left, go right, go left, go right, motherfucker! If there is a cafeteria in IKEA, David, I've never found one. It doesn't seem to be on the designated route. Circle of Tao, welcome to the stream. We're at the point where we're just talking crap, but feel free to join in. How are you doing, man? There's always someone's child that runs underneath them, and you just have that feeling in you like, I really wish I could do that, but I cannot. Must queue. Exactly. Children will learn in time. And if they don't, they will be struck down. The food is the best part of IKEA. I mean, it's a fucking furniture store. If the food is the best thing, they're probably doing something wrong. IKEA's where you got the crib for the kids, Lucia. The IKEA cafe is normally in the middle of the store after you come out of the kitchen sections. Nobody's ever seen the middle of an IKEA store. It just guides you round a perpetual edge. At my local IKEA, it's up the stairs as soon as you come in. That's blasphemy. There can't be something in an IKEA that's not at the end of a fucking trail of arrows. So, how many people in this chat play Total War 3 Kingdoms? I know Ryan does. As an American, I do not understand y'all's obsession with queues. It's not an obsession, it's a compulsion. Imatech does, Cal does, Lucia does. Okay, this is not going to be a revelation to Imatech, and it might not be to Cal and Lucia if they've seen the picture. However, I discovered the other day, which this should have been fucking common sense, or just, you know, I should have known this, but I didn't. If you have armies in 3 Kingdoms where your retinue is less than full, you can field more than 6 officers in a battle. Basically, when I did it, I think I fielded 8 or 9, because I had 3 separate armies, but none of the retinues in those armies were full, right? Like Cao Cao in the 194 AD start, which was the start that I chose to get a look at it, right? He starts with 2 separate armies. One of them has 2 officers, the other has 3. No retinue has more than 4 units in it. And then I raised 3 more officers that all still had 2 units, the initial 2 units. And I was able to take all of those officers to a battle. Because the game deploys reinforcements by retinue, right? But if you've got like 2 or 3 or 4 units in a retinue, like let's say you had 2 full armies, right? But then one of them isn't actually full because the 3rd retinue only has 2 units. And then in the other army, the 3rd retinue only has 4 units. You would actually end up with 4 officers on the field at one time. Because the smaller retinue would have space to fit on the field. So yeah, I ended up with like 8 or 9 officers on a battlefield at the same time, and I was like, oh my god! Just wanted to share that in case anybody else wanted to do it. But the risk or the downside is obviously you have to have smaller than full retinues. The arrow should lead you there. As you come out of the kitchen section, there would be a left or right turn. Lexi! Are all of the IKEAs in Australia literally the same? Are they literally like a flat pack store, as in the store itself was flat packed and assembled? Gotta go to bed. Have to start work in 9 hours. No worries, Laxi man. Have a good night. You reached above 10k as an army with the Yoa turbans. That's awesome, Mimatech. Like in just one army? This cheese and jalapeno dip is delicious. I swear it's laced with crack or something. Nice. I ordered a Chinese today because I tried a ready meal paella because last week Tesco were out of practically everything. So I ordered this paella even though I don't like seafood, because it was a chicken and chorizo paella. And I was like, well, I like chicken and I like chorizo. And it had king prawns, but I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll ignore those if I need to. But it really didn't taste good at all. The chorizo didn't taste good, the chicken didn't taste good, the rice didn't taste good, and the prawns were fucking disgusting. So I threw that out and ordered a Chinese. Because fuck it. Most modern stores are flat packed, cladding over a steel frame. Yeah, I guess they are. I just don't feel like we have a lot of that in this country, Carl, because they were all built before that point. Or most of them were. 2 armies, 1 army as a turban with 1 officer is like 5k. 1 army as a turban with 1 officer. What, you mean like using captain retinues? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That was very kind of him, Lucia. Alrighty. Has anybody got any questions? Anything that they want to ask about last month, this month, September? Just questions in general? Because I'm kind of starting to run out of stuff to talk about, and I don't just want to sit here and not say anything. Oh my god, I thought IKEA was bad. You should see our Costco's here. Okay. What does a Costco sell? What disaster are we wagering on for September? Let's not even get into that. Let's not even get into that. I'm already yawning. I don't know if you guys have heard them or not. I've yawned like 3 or 4 times. It's like fucking 11 o'clock at night and I'm already yawning. So I'm definitely gonna be going to bed early-ish tonight. But then that brings me closer to Tuesday. There's trouble at the mill? What? No, Tesco's are not like Costco's. Tesco's a supermarket. Ryan, you shut the fuck up now. Don't jeopardize Gandalf. You're gonna stream stuff like Armor Squad, Postscriptum and such. I mean, the reason I'm saying Son, is because it's not a straightforward answer. It's not a no. But also, I would like to be able to do Armor Ops again. Like, I was watching the old, like on my YouTube channel, I was watching some of the TF159 ops that I managed to grab before the unit closed, and it was like, it was, even watching it back now, like, just listening to all of the way that we used to talk to each other and stuff is fucking hilarious. I would love to be able to do that again. The biggest issue for me is time, more than anything else. I enjoy Squad and I enjoy Postscriptum. They're a little bit more accessible than Armor, but for me those games aren't fun if I'm not playing it with a group of people. So it might be something that we could end up doing on community game nights, but we'll have to see, because I don't like playing them on my own. I don't like streaming them on my own, mostly because I don't think it's entertaining, because it's hard for me to keep up with chat, because I'm having to watch the screen all the time, and there's no like banter or like conversation back and forth between me and teammates for the stream to engage with. I think that was the one difference with like TF159, was even though I wasn't talking to the chat as much, people got to see the way that like I would talk to you, or I would talk to Johnny or whatever, or you know, just hearing Johnny and you talk, or Johnny and Spears or whatever. fucking on for Community Hoi 4. I'd be down for that too, Son, but Randolski did that for a few weeks, and I took part. And I really enjoyed it, and I think, you know, like, I felt the same as Kyle did. We really had fun with it, but there were so many people in there who were such... I don't want to shit-talk them and say they were bad people, because they weren't. But they were really bad... they were really bad community players, right? Like, the whole point of what Kyle wanted to do was just, like, kind of a easy-paced, roleplay-ish, like a roleplay light Hoi 4, right? Where you didn't have to be historical, but you did have to be accurate to whatever you were doing. So you couldn't just have, like, democratic France ally with fascist Germany, because that doesn't make any fucking sense, right? But you could turn France fascist as the French player and then ally with Germany, up until the point where people started bitching about it because Germany and France are both majors and that's too powerful. And it was like, every fucking week there was just drama on drama on drama. And I was like, it got to the point where I was like, I don't even want to be here anymore. Like, I wish I did, because it could have been real fun. But it just got to the point where everybody was so fucking bitter and so concerned with winning. And it was like, if I do a Community Hoi game, it's not going to be like that. But I feel like maybe that's the way most people play Hoi, and I'm just going to end up pissing people off by being like, stop being such a toxic fuckwit and just play and have fun or get out. I would enjoy doing, Lucia, something similar to that. I've never seen this done, but I know it's doable. I'd love to do Hoi where we were all the same nation and we just divided up what was going on. Like, I don't know how we would divide it up, and it depends how many people, but I'd love to do that. Well, Ryan, I know I could pull it off because I'm anal about lists and rules. What I'm more worried about is who am I going to alienate by forcing them to go with the lists and the rules. They knew what they were getting into. I don't think many people really truly do. That's not a bad idea, Imatech, co-op Germany. I mean, we could also do, like, co-op allies, right? Like, I don't mind if we co-op... I don't know if this is possible, or whether it works, but, like, we could have 2 or 3 people as the UK, or 3 or 4 people as America, and 2 or 3 people as France. Like, so ultimately we're all on the same side, but, you know... to be honest, the thing that I've been theorizing with and considering is, first of all, I'm absolutely all for people, like, you know, having regiments or whatever. But if we were playing with multiple players in one game, like, essentially you pick, because there's officers in the recruitment pool, right? Like, those of you who play Hoi will know this. Like, so one of them is Bernard Montgomery for the UK, right? Like, he's the most famous one I can think of. So, like, if we were going to do co-op... No worries, Asha. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you so much for coming by the stream. I really do appreciate it. I hope you feel better much quickly. That is not good English, but you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, what I was thinking of doing is, like, let's say, for lack of a better person, Bernard Montgomery, right? Let's pretend that he's not a field marshal at the start and he's just a general. Like, Ryan says, I'm gonna be, yeah, exactly, Imitek. If we play Germany, one is Goering, one is Rommel. And, like, I will decide which divisions are in Rommel's army, right? Like, in his, I say core, the 24 stacks. Like, I decide which divisions I'm gonna give Rommel. But Ryan is Rommel, so he decides where he wants to put his divisions. I give him an objective and say, I need you to take Paris. But Ryan decides with his divisions how he's going to get it done. And the other side of the coin would be, Ryan might be Rommel, but Son might be von Rundstedt. And they might both have the objective to take Paris. And they've got 48 divisions between them on the border with France. But how are they going to get to Paris? Like, they're going to work together? Or is one of them just going to fuck off and try and beat the other one? Are they both going to do that? And, like, I'll be Rommel, Ryan can be Steiner. But, like, yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking for a co-op community game, is doing that. And also, if somebody does a really good job, their character might get promoted to a field marshal, and then they actually get given more troops to command. Now, if they're in command of troops that are quote-unquote NPCs, they just have more troops to move. If they're in command of, like, let's say Son is Rommel and Ryan is Steiner, and then we promote Rommel to field marshal, but we put Steiner's corps in Rommel's army, I give Son orders, and then Son gives Ryan orders, and then Ryan gives his division's orders. Like, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if it's doable, but just to save everybody from being such a fucking pain in the arse with each other about, like, oh, you're just doing this to win. Oh, I can't win properly because you're doing that. Like, well, if we're all on the same team, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? So, and also, it's more interesting, right? Like, I'm all about stories and role-playing, and I just think that'd be the better way to do it. I just don't know if it's possible. The devs challenged some big Hoi streamers and YouTubers to a game like that, did they? When did that happen? Co-op Britain versus co-op Germany. Did it go well? Well, I mean, I guess it must be possible then. That's definitely something I'd be up for. I think that'd be cool. I mean, I also don't mind it, you know, dividing it down. I know what more traditional lines are is like one person's in charge of the army, one person's in charge of the air force, one person's in charge of the navy. Sometimes a separate person is in charge of quote-unquote the government, so they choose the techs and the buildings and the production and stuff like that. I also wouldn't mind doing that. Maybe even at the same time. Like, so people can choose whether they want to roleplay a single person in the military or whether they want to handle, you know, like the civil production or the spies or whatever. Depends how many people we get, I guess. Having internal conflict between resource distribution would be half the fun. Exactly, Ryan, that's what I think as well. Definitely something that I've been mulling over for a while. let's avoid the Nazi Holocaust jokes, I think. You're gonna fuck off to bed, son? No worries, man. Thank you so much for coming by the stream. Thank you so much for the 18 months, man. It really does mean the fucking world to me. Reckon the little one wakes up in 5 hours. Well, I mean, you know, somebody's got to get up at the right time, right? No worries, Laxi. It's like I'm not I'm not trying to get on you or anything, man. I'm just, you know, I don't want to open that can of worms today. Japan has decisions based on army versus navy. Exactly, you know what I mean? Like, we could do shit like that too. I think it would be really interesting. The biggest challenge would be not getting ruffle stomped by the AI, I think. But, I mean, if you'd be interested in that kind of thing, I don't know quite where we'll put it. I might open a channel up in the Discord at some point where people can say, you know, like, I've got Hoi 4, I'd be down for a co-op roleplay game. Or just, if you, hell, throw it in the general, not the general chat, but the stream chat. Throw it in there if you're somebody who would be down for it. I don't know when we'll do it, especially because this week I'm going to be like proper fucking binging for Crusader Kings. But certainly at some point, because I have been considering it for a long, long, long time. Alrighty. Should we bring this bish to a close? Do we reckon that's where we're at? If we're, I mean, viewers are starting to drop now, so I feel like if I'm gonna do a raid, I should do one now before there's nobody left. Does Hoi 4 have dedicated MP server files? Fuck knows. That's a difficult question for me to answer. Alright, we're going to do a raid. I'm going to end it here. I do appreciate everybody coming out for episode 4 of the Unleashed podcast. Don't forget that Community Game Night will be on Monday the 7th, and we'll be doing PlanetSide 2 again. We'll be doing a lot of Crusader Kings this week. Actually, just a quick note, since Crusader Kings is going to be taking over the nighttime 3 AM slot / 2 AM slot for this weekend, since CK3 is not out, I'm not going to be streaming at that nighttime slot, just in case anybody thought I might be streaming later tonight or tomorrow night. I won't be until CK3 is out, so, you know. Right, I'm going to go and we're going to raid Sam, because I haven't raided Sam in a little while. He's only got a couple of people watching right now. And yeah, I would like to send some love over there, and we've got quite a few people to send love. So we're going to go raid Kababriki, or however the fuck you're supposed to pronounce that. He's currently playing squad. If you like what you see, feel free to drop him a follow. He's a really nice guy. He's a member of the old army unit that I was in. I will be streaming next. I think Monday, Marbles on Monday is the next one I'll be doing. And then after that it will, if I'm going to do one on Tuesday for CK3, it'll be that. If not, it'll be CK3 on Wednesday. So hopefully I'll see some of you again on Monday for Marbles. 12 races this time. Had lots of fun with that as always. You'd like to control the Air Force, Lucia? I think that'd be doable. Imatech 124,000 channel points. Ryan 255. You guys are fucking amazing. Thank you so much. At some point, we're going to figure out what we can spend those damn things on. Anyway, have fun with Sam. Drop those War Dog 4 howls when you get in there. Make some noise so Sam knows where the love is coming from. Drop him a follow if you like what you see. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on Monday for marbles. But for the time being, it's going to be War Dog out.
It's so shit for me before. I've got no heat.